Do you know the difference between using a caret symbol here versus using it here? How does it change how we find an email address? We are diving into regular expressions, and specifically, we want to isolate this specific email address. The secret weapon here is this caret symbol. Watch what happens. When we run this first block, the script successfully extracts the email address, even though it is embedded deep inside the string. Right here, it cleanly pulls out james@example.com. Now let's switch to our second version. This time, we are applying the caret symbol right at the start. See how the output completely changes. With the caret symbol active, it returns absolutely nothing. 0 matches found. Why? Because the caret symbol dictates that the match must start exactly at the beginning of the text, not buried inside a sentence. In this sentence, the email is right in the middle. So when you prepend the caret symbol to your regex pattern, it strictly enforces that the email must be at the very beginning. Without it, the target can be anywhere, and it will still find it. That is why the first approach successfully captures the email, while the caret variant demands a strict starting match. To prove this, let's delete the preceding text right here. Look at that! Now the text kicks off with the email. We will leave the rest of the sentence intact. Since it now starts at the beginning, it triggers a match, and there it is, a perfect match on the screen, james@example.com. But watch this, if I inject a single space before it, it fails. To fix this, and account for leading spaces, we can adapt. We can tell our pattern to expect a space by adding \s, the special regex character for white space. Now look at the terminal. It successfully detects that space and captures the full email address perfectly. We could easily clean this up later using a string strip method, but a cleaner Pythonic way is to leverage regex capture groups. Let's wrap our targets into distinct groups. 2 groups total. Now we just call the match object and extract the second group. There it is, the exact email address, completely space-free. Want to master regex groups? Check out my dedicated tutorial on it. Let's dive into pip. Inside VS Code, Python's powerful package manager pip is ready to go. We'll use it to effortlessly install external packages. Looking at the sidebar, I have a project directory called Learning, and right inside is a .venv folder. This is our dedicated virtual environment. Next to it, inside the Learning folder, is test.py. Right now, it's a completely blank script. Let's add some quick code, a classic print statement for Hello World. To execute this, we just click Run Python file up here. Watch as the integrated terminal instantly springs to life. Notice how VS Code automatically activates our virtual environment seamlessly. And right below that, there's our beautiful Hello World output. Let's reset the terminal view by closing this current session. We'll navigate to the top menu, select View, and open a fresh terminal. Let's give it just a second or two to initialize properly. See that? It's spinning up the environment automatically. Once it finishes, the active indicator pops up. Now that we are safely inside the virtual environment, let's type pip version. Running this command instantly fetches the current version number of your active package manager. Ready for the magic? Let's use it to install an external package. We'll type pip install camelcase and hit enter. Just like that, pip fires up and begins downloading the package. It collects the files, handles the build background steps, and finishes with a perfect, successful installation. Now it's completely ready to use in our code. Let's run our test script one more time to check it out. Look at that beautifully formatted camel case output, done flawlessly. Ready to master Python? Let's get it installed right now. Fire up your favorite browser. I'm going to use Microsoft Edge. Head over to the search bar and simply type in Python. Hit search to bring up the official site. Scroll through the initial results and navigate straight to the downloads page. This brings you directly to the main download hub. Instead of the generic options, we want this specific link right here. This gives us the complete standalone installer for Python. While there are versions for Mac and Linux, we will select this direct link instead of the yellow button. Clicking this safely downloads the Windows installer file. Let's open it up and launch the setup wizard. Perfect. Now click Install Now to kick off the installation. It will only take a moment. Sit back and let it run. The system is configuring all core Python packages. And just like that, it's done. Setup was a complete success. Next, make sure to click Disable Path Length Limit. This ensures Python runs flawlessly on your system. Hit close and your Python setup is officially complete. Let's verify it by checking the Windows Start menu. Open the menu and there is Python 3.14. Launching it brings you straight into the interactive interpreter. Here, you can run quick math like 1 plus 1 for instant results, or execute a classic print statement for Hello World. You are now officially executing live Python code. Congratulations, your coding journey starts right here. In this video, you will learn how to install Python using a brand new method. First, let's head over to your search engine and look up the official Python website. Click on the main link to open the official Python homepage. Next, navigate straight to the Downloads tab. This opens up the download page. Here, you will see the standard installer option. We used that traditional setup in our last video. If you look closely at the bottom of the screen, the URL points directly to a standard.exe file. But today, let's explore the brand new Msix package manager instead. This is a modern, much faster format. Let's click download. The package is downloading and notice the unique file type. It is not a .exe file. It is a streamlined Msix package built perfectly for Windows. Once opened, look at what appears. The native Windows 11 app installer launches with a standard security prompt. It warns that web applications could harm your system if you do not trust the source. But check out the file details right here. It is only 45 megabytes. Let's verify if it needs to fetch extra data online. See the capabilities. This shows exactly what it can do. Everything is nicely organized and transparent. Let's see. Simply click Install and the process begins instantly. As soon as it finishes, the Python Installation Manager configuration menu opens up. Some advanced applications might exceed normal limits. This prompt allows file paths longer than 260 characters. This requires a system change that needs administrator approval and a quick device reboot to fully apply. Enabling this ensures all future packages install flawlessly, so this step is absolutely essential. It makes coding much smoother. Let's go ahead and select Yes. Once you click it and press Enter, a new confirmation dialog box appears. The Python Manager requests installation. Should we allow it? Yes, this grants the necessary system permissions. Next up is configuration. This lets you execute Python commands right from your terminal, though it is optional for standard short commands. Like typing pi followed by the version number. Let's add the Python bin directory to your environment path. Just remember to restart your terminal afterward to activate it. This path gets cleaned up automatically if you ever uninstall. Everything stays perfectly organized without any manual clutter. Let's add the commands directory to your path. It targets this specific folder shown right here. Ready to link it? Absolutely. Click Yes to proceed. If you lack the latest Python runtime, it will download the absolute newest CPython environment. This keeps your system completely up to date. Let's confirm with a yes. Look at that speed. The latest Python build is installing. We are getting version 3.146. It asks if we want to view online documentation. We can skip that for now. Select No. And just like that, Python is fully deployed and ready. Let's open it up. Launching Python version 3.14 right now. Let's run a quick calculation to test it out. The terminal works flawlessly. Incredible. Let's run a print statement. Hello world. It works. It executes instantly. Python is ready to go. That is how you leverage the new installation manager over a traditional setup. If you install Python using the latest method, here's what you need to know. Avoid the old standalone installer route entirely. Let me open it up to show you exactly why. Notice this massive warning right here. It says this installer is being retired and disappears after version 3.15. You can click for more details. This legacy executable setup will no longer function. Windows handles things differently compared to Unix systems, lacking a native built-in Python environment. To fix this and make managing multiple versions seamless, they introduced a brilliant new layout. Let us explore the directory. Navigate to App Data, then Local, under your user profile, and open Python. Here are versions 3.13 and 3.14. Inside the bin folder, both environments reside cleanly side by side. Both utilize the 64-bit architecture. This structure guarantees absolute Windows compatibility. It avoids redundant files. The real magic happens when you open your terminal. Just hit the Start menu and launch it. Check out this address. Let us open it. Once inside the terminal, run this ultimate command. Type py followed by a dash and list. Dynamic. This is the powerful Python launcher showing you every active installation instantly. We have version 3.14 and version 3.13 available. Both are officially managed by the Python core team. Look at these distinct, convenient aliases ready for action. Accessing them is incredibly simple. Appending the version number or target architecture gives total control. When you execute the default Python command, watch what happens. Which version do you think it initiates? Exactly, the one highlighted in green. That is your default, version 3.14. To exit this environment safely and quickly, simply enter the exit command. Now, let us target the other environment using py. Add a trailing dash. As our version switch, we will specifically launch version 3.13. Fantastic! Look at the terminal display now. We are running version 3.13 instead of 14. Let us exit this prompt right away to return straight to PowerShell. This is incredibly useful. Running the list command shows everything currently deployed on your system. Typing standalone Python always fires up your default installation. To target version 3.13, use the explicit tag. Observe the binaries inside the folder. We have mapped architectures clearly defined. Typing an invalid patch number fails. If we attempt to use the full string, an explicit error will block execution. Simply press the up arrow key to recall your last command. This saves massive amounts of time. Strip back the text to specify version 3.13. It works flawlessly because the binary is located right in this folder. Now you possess the ultimate shortcuts for the new Python installation manager. Master these exciting structural upgrades seamlessly. Level up your workflow and keep building. Big changes are coming to how you install Python, and you need to see this. We are moving away from the old standalone installer to a powerful new system, the Python Install Manager. Let's look at both. I have them right here. Inside the Downloads folder, we can compare the two files directly. The modern option is the Python Manager, packaged as an Msix file, a sleek Windows app package. The legacy one is a .exe file. Watch what happens when we open it. It launches into a completely new setup. Check out this incredibly clean, modern interface. We get instant reinstall and launch buttons right here, along with all the essential installer details. Now let's switch over to the old setup. This is what we are all used to, the classic environment. As you can see, I already have this legacy version active on my system, but here is the massive catch you need to look out for. This is deprecated from version 3.15, meaning this traditional installer is going away forever. The standard setup.exe file, it will completely vanish from Windows. Instead, pay close attention to where things are changing. If you check your environment variables, you'll see where the old executable used to store files. Let's track this specific path and open it inside Windows Explorer. You can find Python right here, originally deployed under this local app data programs folder. Stepping into this directory, we spot the native Python launcher. That is our standard py file handler. And tucked inside is Python 3.14. That's the traditional layout. Now watch this. Let's trace the new version's pathway. We navigate to local and notice it sits directly under app executables. Right under your user profile, here is the new look. This is the updated format. The brand new Python Manager package built on Msix. This is exactly where it resides, cleanly organized right under Python. And inside Python, you'll discover Python Core, versions 3.14 and 1.3. Deep inside, you get access to separate pip versions, along with the Python executables themselves. See them here? For both 3.14 and 1.3. These act as smart placeholders linking directly to the runtimes for both release environments. Looking closely at the environment variables, local Python is mapped, bringing this specific version to life. Now, let's put this to the test and uninstall it to see what happens. We will trigger the uninstaller for this version of Python right now. Let's close this window. Hit uninstall. Watch it wipe Python away. Version 3.14. See the magic happen. Boom! Successfully uninstalled. Now look at the directory. Everything has been wiped completely clean. The folder is totally empty. But check our alternative install. Version 3.14 is untouched. It left that copy completely alone. That is the old method. Here is how the new installer thrives. Heading back to environment variables to inspect our system path, you will see that all legacy links have vanished instantly. We maintain our primary launcher right here with all Python references isolated in local instead of programs. That is the massive difference between these methods and exactly where your files live now. If this helped you level up, hit like and subscribe. Drop a comment to stay ahead of the latest tech updates. Let's see how Windows environment variables change when installing Python with a brand new method. Let's start by searching for Python right here. If we navigate down, we will find the main download option. Heading straight over to the official Python downloads page, you will spot a game-changing feature, the brand new Python installation manager. Previously, the standard standalone installation relied on a classic.exe file. Opening this up simply triggers a standard.exe download, but with this modern approach, clicking here downloads an Msix file instead. Welcome to the new Python manager. Let's run this new setup to see exactly how it impacts our system. Check out this completely redesigned installer. We will just click Install Python and let it work its magic. Once done, this new window pops up. Let's maximize it for a better look. It prompts us to bypass the 360 character path limit. Should we allow it? Absolutely. This triggers a standard user account control prompt, so we will just click Yes to grant permission and update the system. We will click Yes to allow changes to our system. Notice that the global shortcuts directory is not yet configured. Configuring this lets you run Python 3.14 straight from your terminal, but it is not required for standard Python or py commands. For instance, when running py to target a specific version, we can easily append this directory right here. Watch this environment variable section closely. It automatically adds the appdata local Python bin directory to your path, but you must restart your terminal to activate it. This is removed if you uninstall Python later. Let's hit Add Directory to Path now. Before proceeding, let's check our variables. I'm going to jump into the Windows Start menu and search for System Environment Variables. Let's open up the Edit window. Click the Environment Variables button right here. Select the path variable and click Edit. As you can see, only Windows Apps is listed. Now, let's click Yes on our installer. It detects we need the latest Python runtime, prompting us to install the current version. We will choose Yes to trigger the background setup. It asks if we want online help. We can skip that. Heading back into our environment variables window, notice that the local Python bin path has been added. This brand new entry completely changes the game. It's completely different from legacy installations. If we open a fresh terminal right now and type Python, the command works flawlessly and launches the interactive shell. That is the power of the new Python Installation Manager workflow, providing a streamlined setup over old-school.exe files. Happy coding. Let's see what happens when we remove Python's environment variables. If you remember from our previous video, we used the new method to install Python. We utilized the Python Manager. Check out that video if you want to see the key differences between the two methods. Now, let's open up our environment variables. Go to Start and search for Environment Variables. Click right there to open it, then click Environment Variables at the bottom. Locate the path variable. Let's click Edit to open it up. You can see the Python environment variable listed right here. Now, look at the path variable down here. This specific one, the system path, notice that Python is completely missing here. The top section is user and the bottom is system. That's because we installed Python locally. It installs there by default. It is isolated, so it only gets added to the user path variable. Let's click Edit to look inside. Before we delete it, let's open the terminal. Search for terminal. There it is, the terminal app. Let's open it up. It opens in PowerShell on Windows 11 by default. Now, let's type Python to see what happens. As you can see, Python launches instantly. We can run a quick test, like 1 + 1. It works just like an interactive calculator. This is Python. You can tell by the indicators showing you are in the environment. To exit this mode, which many people don't know, you just need to type exit. That brings you right back to the PowerShell prompt. Next, let's try a version-specific command. We will type in Python 3.14. Close everything down so the new settings can apply. Now, let's open the terminal once again with our environment variables completely removed. Let's look at the impact. Back in the PowerShell prompt, let's type Python. Surprisingly, it still launches Python 3.14. Let's run 1+1, and there it is. We are inside Python. Let's exit this mode. Now, let's type Python 3.14. This time, you will see that we instantly get an error, stating that it is not a recognized command. The system isn't picking it up, but if we type pylist, it still works fine. So it is still installed, but the specific version command fails. Yet, standard Python still works, so you might wonder, why does the standard Python command continue to function after we stripped away all of Python's environment variables? The secret lies right inside this file path. Let's copy this path, open up Windows, Explorer, paste it right here, and hit Enter. That brings us directly into this folder. If we scroll down, you can see Python and Py here, along with Python 3. Notice that these are all 0-byte files. These are what we call shims. This is a modern format for installation packages. When Python Manager installed it, it automatically added it to this Windows Apps directory, meaning that folder was already registered in the variables. That allows it to resolve Python and Python 3. So it isn't magic keeping them active. However, you can delete them from here. If I delete Py from here and restart the terminal, let's see what happens. The terminal is loading back up. Now, if we type pylist, the command completely fails, because we deleted that underlying stub shim from this directory. Let's simply undo that deletion to bring it back. Testing pylist once more shows it works perfectly again. It is not magic, just different installation methods. And how environment variables function behind the scenes? Python is evolving. A brand new installation manager is here to completely replace the legacy setup process. Forget traditional exe installers like this old one. They are being replaced by the new Python manager using an Msix package. Here is the classic exe, and there is the modern Msix. This marks a massive architectural shift because Python now installs directly inside this application directory, right under app data, local, and then Python. Previously, it was buried deep within app data local programs. As you can see, the old path required navigating a separate programs folder. Now it lives directly in this streamlined local folder. Stepping inside, we instantly find the Python core files alongside the bin folder, holding the executable and version details. Let's run a quick test and completely uninstall Python to see the magic. Let's head right over to add or remove programs. There it is, Python 3.14 and the Python installation manager. Let's go ahead and hit uninstall on this core version. But first, let's open up the terminal for a quick baseline. With the terminal ready, we just type in Python. Boom, it instantly launches the interactive environment. You can use it just like a lightning-fast calculator. It evaluates and processes everything line by line. Now, let's close this out and trigger the uninstallation. We will wipe Python, but leave the installation manager intact because that is exactly where the real magic happens. This smart manager can automatically reinstall it on demand. Let's see this spectacular feature in action right here. Wiping the core setup. All gone. Now watch the magic. See? We run the command again. And just like that, and Python launches right back up. Checking back inside add or remove programs. Look at this. Python has magically reappeared without running any manual installers. That is the incredible power of the new Python manager. As long as you keep this lightweight manager on your machine, you can completely wipe your Python setup and recover it instantly just by typing Python in the console. It handles absolutely everything for you.